Hello, ladies and gentlemen of the internet and of YouTube. Welcome back to Ringlight Fables. I am your host and dungeon master, Skijaramaz, otherwise known as Toneshift. And with me today, we have our full cast of players. We have SepiaWolfe playing Tuki Fletcher, our Craven thief.
Hello.
We have Mick playing Boron, our half-dwarven battlemaster.
What's up?
We have Willyzin playing Ludviek, our Rythari paladin.
Greetings!
It's an interesting voice, but alright. We have Goldwyn playing Minnove, our koboldic bard.
Sorry, I'm trying to kill a frickin' fly that's going around me. Hi.
And last but certainly not least, we have Impulsive playing Kari, our Craven bard.
Hello. All right, if that is how you wish to play this.
Anyway, so where last we left off, our relatively newly formed band of adventurers had finally arrived in the Academy City of Asmara after a long journey across the lands of Valrive, where they delivered Godfried Halcis back into the arms of his father, one Godfried Halcis, in the upper-class districts of the city. In exchange for seeing his long-missing son safely home, Godfried allowed a boon to the whole of the party, whatever they should so wish, and could be called in at a later time, so long, of course, as it is a boon that is within his power to grasp. And at the very least, for the foreseeable future, the party has been afforded a place to stay in the guest rooms of the Halcis estate as a continuing extension of that gratitude for the preservation of his son's life. Over the days that followed that, the party took some downtime to explore some personal objectives and tasks. Tuki Fletcher made her way to the Central University of the Academy City with a letter of admittance from Godfried to permit her to seek out and speak with the daughter of some friends she made back in the settlement of Idenir, long before she met her current company. This woman, Lucia Fournier, was rather fun to hang out with, but was caught in between classes and so didn't have as much time to chat as would be liked. But presumably some instances of conversation happened in the days that followed, though nothing of note. If it was anything of note, we'll have to rewind and touch on that another time. But for now, other actions of note included Ludviek going to the archives of the university in search of information about the Craven yearning, hoping that what information he might glean might help him in easing Tuki's severe, debilitating levels of discomfort caused by her yearning. But outside of that, it was mostly just a long period of everyone just taking some downtime, taking a spa day, and just unwinding after a long trip filled with the occasional hazards and hardships. But at the close of a handful of days, the party found themselves being summoned to the office of Godfried Halcis in his estate, where a previous potential request of his, is formally being made. Where last we had left off, he had expressed to the party that he is an associate of an organization known as the Solemn Erudites, a somewhat secretive institution of the Academy of Valrive, whose primary function is to locate sites of historical relevance, no matter how old, clear them of threats, catalog what is within, and piece together more of the fragmentary past of Oris from what is discovered within. And apparently, of late, a new discovery was brought to his attention that has sat unexplored for far too long. And where we last left off, he had not yet gone into the finer details because we didn't have time. But now we do, and so we shall come in with you all still in his office. And that's where we begin.
Well,
so,
are you going to speak? We've been waiting for a week.
Smart ass. Okay. Well. So can I trust all of you to be discreet and be comfortable and capable, potentially in a hazardous natural environment? If so, then I could very much do with your help.
I mean, that really sounds like every day.
If I didn't tell you about our prior exploits, then, my apologies, but it seems to be normal for us.
I am aware of your past exploits, and that is why I have decided it is wise to ask for your aid in this endeavor. Donald gave me a very thorough recounting of all the things you have done in the time he traveled with you. Canola's Rest, Lamb Song, bringing him here. You've demonstrated your competence thrice over. Were it not for that, I'm not so confident that I would be making this request of you all. As a delicate matter, as I have to be at least somewhat picky with who I entrust these things with.
As long as the pay is right.
Well, I suppose first you'll want to know what precisely it is I want you to do.
Sure.
I mean, that would help.
You did mention it was a natural danger. Are we talking animals, monsters, or something a bit more emotions to, like, underground?
I do not believe that this venture will take you into the world below, so you've nothing to fear on that front. No, this is all strictly on the surface. But it is in the deepest depths of the Forest of 1,000 Rivers. A difficult place to traverse even at the best of times. Allow me to give you the rundown. Some time ago, I received word from the chapter of river crawlers located in the settlement of River's Meat that several of their agents out in the forests on patrol had uncovered a previously unmapped ruin deep in the forest. And from their descriptions, it is not a ruin that lines up with any that have been found in this region before. There are plentiful ruins within Valrive's borders, leftover military installations and abandoned settlements from the days of Baracus, and, if you're particularly lucky, entrances to Orion undercities may also be discovered from time to time. The very pinnacle and heart of the city, I'm sure you've noticed, is itself an Orion structure, that great spire. But this is something different. It's not Baracus, it's not Orion. We don't know what it is. However, the river crawlers are not an arm of the Erudites. They notify us when they find something that piques our interest, but their responsibilities are more about dealing with banditry, renegades, threats on the frontiers of civilized people. They're not trained, equipped, nor inclined via their duties to spelunk into old ruins in search of historical value. Normally, I, as a coordinator for the head archivist of Asmara, would send a team to investigate these ruins. But the head archivist has seen fit to requisition, I guess you could say, the various explorers and whatnot that are under my jurisdiction, though he has yet to tell me why, just that he has a delicate project that is above my pay grade. I've not been given details, but it does mean that I am understaffed at the moment. This is why I wished to wait some time before I asked for your aid in this. I wanted to see if the head archivist would release the men normally under my control so that I could send them.
Ah, so in most normal stances, we would be the second hunters you would send.
Precisely.
Understandable.
And please, do not take that as an insult. My work with the Erudites is a generally very secretive affair. I have no control or say over what gets distributed to the public or what gets sealed away. My job is simply to put reliable individuals onto the task of clearing out threats and cataloging what is found.
Well, to be fair, you did meet us like 3 days ago. So, completely, no offense at all taken. Yeah.
Well, again, your competence has been demonstrated several times over, at least if Donald's stories are anything to go off of, and I am not in the habit of casting doubt upon my son, especially not in matters such as this.
What would be the main objectives of this excursion?
The primary objective would be to locate the ruin and remove any potential threats that might have made themselves at home within. That would be your primary objective. However, secondary objectives would also be in place if you felt inclined to make a little bit of extra coin and make my follow-up job easier. But that would depend on how good your party believes they are at keeping detailed notes, sketches, diagrams, and maps.
I mean, and she gestures to herself and Kari.
Respect.
I think we could help.
Very good.
I mean, I think any crop would be suited for...
That is true.
That is a good point. Your solid memories would make you very well suited to the task. That said, getting to the ruins is going to be an enormous part of the challenge of this assignment. Again, it is in the deepest reaches of the forest, far beyond where it is generally safe to settle or even be. The farther away from the roads and settlements you get, the more dangerous the wilds become, and the stranger the creatures that infest them. Not to mention, you might run the risk of bumping into adherents if you go deep enough.
Adherents?
To give you the short version, when Barakas fell at the onset of Long Winter some 100 years back, not all of their ways went away with the snow. Some individuals continued to hold the old ways in high regard and continue to practice them, but given the bad reputation many of the old ways now have, they do so far away from the prying eyes of society, and this has led to, over time, a gradual erosion of their sensibilities, I suppose you could say. Or at the very least, an erosion of their willingness to speak with us on civil terms. Their self-imposed exile, more often than not, comes with a misplaced blame directed towards the people in the bigger parts of in the established cities. So,
all right.
Venturing
Makes it
into
interesting enough.
So venturing into the wilds, you have an not small chance of encountering adherents, as we call them. And there is a very real likelihood when encountering adherents that they will be hostile toward you for the simple crime of not being one of them.
Seems like a normal day.
Sounds like bandits of just a different color.
Bandits motivated by bloodlust rather than greed or desperation.
Oh, don't worry. We got our own bloodlust. Don't worry. We're good.
There's a concerning sentence, but I won't pry at it. We've got our own bloodlust, don't worry.
You have your secrets, and we have ours.
Mm.
We'll get the job done there, Godfrey.
I think I'm concerned now.
Don't worry, Kari. You're fine. You're just passed out during the time. It's fine.
Well, regardless.
Did these scouts of yours perchance find any other signs of any other creatures in the area? Wild animals and the like, that may also be a threat? Or nothing out of the ordinary?
Plenty. But it was also several days ago that they discovered the ruins, and that was several days out from Riversmeet already. So...
Did they perchance... Oh, sorry.
No, you go ahead.
Just so it's a little easier to locate, did they, perchance say about, like, in their letters, anything that, might pertain to a certain scent in the area?
They did not give me specific notes on a scent. What they provided me was a general outline of the region in which they discovered it and a rough outline of the surrounding hazards. I'm given to understand that at the time that they uncovered the ruins, they were in a bit of a frantic scenario, however, so their notes are not as in-depth as I would like. You may, if you want more information, it may be a good idea to seek out their headquarters in Riversmeet before venturing into the wilds. They can give you first-hand accounts in more detail there.
Worth a shot to ask.
Indeed. Also, I believe Riversmeet is closer to the ruins than Asmara is anyway.
Probably a lot safer to go through there than just loop right around.
Finally, there's the matter of payment. I certainly do not expect you all to do this for free. First of all, there is a flat rate. Let's see here. It will be a flat rate of 200 gold pieces for the simple prospect of ensuring that the ruins are free of hazards.
200 gold?
Yes.
Oh, not bad.
Kari, don't you fucking dare!
Excuse you, I can say whatever I like. It's not bad.
Now that is not all. I'm willing to add additional gold pieces for well-written notes, as well as for sketches, maps, and diagrams.
You got it, sir. Okay.
Finally, there may be a variable bonus that I would be willing to offer if you can return with particularly noteworthy relics.
I believe that you can definitely try for the hunt. Just grab everything you need. Tuki, you got sticky fingers?
I would rather you not remove everything from the ruins, mind you. The idea is that we want to study these places as they were left. The more undisturbed we can leave a ruin, the better, but some things are of great enough significance that I believe they might be for the best if they're removed before they can be pilfered by something a bit less scholarly in their intentions. It wouldn't be the first time it's happened. Sometimes in Old Orient ruins, mercenary groups or what have you will plunder them before official representatives of the Erudites can get in, and, well, then they'll sell them back to us for a frustratingly high price. And often not in great condition. So, by liberating the ruin of certain high-value relics. Before that can happen, I can sick the bookworms on them earlier, and with sufficiently detailed notes, sketches, and diagrams of everything before anything gets disturbed, we can put the pieces together easily enough.
Oh, perfect. Don't worry there, Godfrey. We got this.
Well, if nothing else, I have, your agreement, but what of the rest of your company?
Sounds good.
I find this to be a very worthwhile endeavor. I shall join you not.
Very well.
So, Ludviek and I...
I suppose.
I'm happy to join, but not for having sticky fingers. That's...
Oh, no, No, I didn't mean anything bad by it. I just, yeah, your fingers are very nice and not sticky.
Each
You're
of
very
us has
clean.
that talent.
You have very clean fingers. Your talents are quite beautiful.
I've heard of this phrase before. I think it means you are quite skilled with your talents. Yes, that's what it means. You're quite
Were you
skilled.
about to say hands? You're about to dig me.
I mean, Tuki does have hands.
I mean, I don't think I've stolen in front of any of you.
No, not from us. No. I'm not accused. Don't, Tuki. You are. Don't worry. I'm not accusing you of shit. I'm just saying you're. Boron, do you want to come or not?
No, it is fine. It is fine. All is fine. You
I
meant it
think
as
your
compliment.
friends are toying with you, Kobold.
I just want to get this job over and done with. I'm gonna be outside.
Ludviek
She's like,
just pats her on
absolutely-
the shoulder.
She just absolutely is flustered.
Ludviek just pats her on the shoulders, like, it's okay, it's okay.
It's good that she's a red scale, or else, fuck.
Or else everyone would be able to see you turning into a tomato.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
What to sell if
And
you're
also
looking more
someone is
cherry.
like also someone's typing up a novel somewhere. Who is that?
Impulsive, probably.
No, that's
No?
me.
Ah. Okay.
Wow. Can't believe you just throw me under the bus like that.
Don't throw me under the bridge.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, at any rate, so well, if you are all in agreement then.
Sure.
Very well then. I would recommend heading to the settlement of Riversmeet first. You can find one of the river crawlers' hideouts there. Seek out their commander, Jonia Nikolai. She can give you more details about what they found. And, just for purposes, and he sort of reaches into his drawers, pulls out a sheet of parchment, quickly writes something down, binds it up, ties it off with a little ribbon, and holds it forward to you. Here, letter of introduction. If you show that to Jonia, she will know that I sent you. That should smooth things over rather considerably.
Ludviek gladly takes the letter, and I'll add that to my inventory then. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you for doing this for me on such short notice. I pray it goes well.
Would you mind typing out the name of that woman again in
It's
chat?
in the chat.
Please.
It is right there. It is literally the most recent thing in the Roll20 chat. Well then. Go in peace.
You guys?
Be safe. May the five keep you. You were saying something, Minnove?
Minnove's just outside the door being like, come on, guys! Daylight!
He is quite the excitable little one.
And I thought I was always the one in a hurry.
She's trying to run away from her presumed faux pas. She is in escape mode. It's like, oh shit, I was accidentally insensitive. Run away! Run away! Fingers are beautiful and not sticky.
Quite clean. I would rate them like a 10 out of 10. Maybe a 9.5. There's always room for improvement.
Jesus Christ.
It is quite astonishing that she can run so fast with her foot so far in her mouth.
Ludviek, have you ever considered a career in comedy?
Comedy?
Yes. Yes, comedy.
We're just bullying Minnove.
To be fair, she's away. She can't hear this. She's gone.
Well, we better catch her before she decides to run all the way there.
Yeah.
Catch up with her.
I'll go grab the cart. There may be some things to haul back, so...
And I will join you in that Boron.
Alright.
Many hands make light load.
Alright. So, Tuki's going after Minnove. Boron and Ludviek are getting butterscotch in the wagon. Minnove is freaking the fuck out, and Kari is...
Chillaxing.
Cool under pressure.
Likely.
Yeah.
He's
Probably helping with something in regards to the wagon.
Okay,
Kari's
so-
a little passenger princess.
Alright, so, rest of you go to get your horse while Tuki goes to find Minnove, and I imagine that's easy enough. Minnove, where does Tuki find you?
At the bar,
I-
drunk.
What is your hiding hole of embarrassment?
Minnove is like at the gate, like ready, like to the road of Rivermeet. Like she's just at the gate, and she's just like tapping her foot like vigorously, like not wanting to fully leave, but like just enough to like. She's like patiently waiting for everybody, but she's like, come on, 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 come on.
So you're at the gates of the estate. Gotcha.
Yeah, so she's like, she didn't like quite. She's like, kind of like briskly, like doing a brisk jaunt, I guess.
Brisk jaunt. Okay.
Everything okay?
Yeah, everything. I'm I'm sorry if I offended you. Was not what I meant to say. Well, I mean, I did say it, and I didn't mean it, but I didn't mean to say it in an offense. I meant it to say as a compliment, as you are very, very skilled and very talented.
No?
Mhm.
It's alright. I mean, I will admit it is a sensitive thing for me to personally be called, but it's very difficult when people assume it to the point where it's forced to become true.
I
know you didn't mean anything. It's just my own knee-jerk reaction.
I will remember that. I am one to know about assumptions made on someone, and that is not fair to put on you or anyone like that. And
I'm
It's not-
trying to tell you that I don't think I should have reacted so immediately. I know
no,
you didn't mean anything.
you had every right to react like you did. Honestly, if I say anything or do anything or make you uncomfortable or it, I don't mean it. And sometimes things just, fall out, and I have a big mouth but a little head, so it's not really well proportionate.
It's okay.
I'm sorry.
Really, it's okay.
You have very nice hands.
Well, thank you.
And,
I suppose I still need to show you my knife tricks.
yeah! That'd be cool. Yeah!
Let's go. Meet with the others.
Okay, yeah. Yes, of course.
Oh, God.
You seem more flustered than normal.
Wow, Tuki, this is such a great road. Look at this. Is this coarse, fine dirt? Tuki, look at the ground.
It's a rock!
Kiss.
I mean, if you're just gonna say it.
Where did you say the others were?
They went to go get butterscotch.
Oh, right, the horse, the butterscotch. Mm-hmm. Let's go. Should we wait for them, or should we just stay right here? Or, I mean, should we go? I realized I said this.
Anyway.
Yeah, I realized I said the same thing twice.
Are you okay? Really?
I'm fine. I'm so fine. So fine.
I'd say it's at about this time that Ludviek, Boron, and Kari are pulling up with the wagon.
Ludviek! Kari! Boron! Gods! Hello there! We were keeping the spot warm for you.
I can see that. It looks like you kept it very warm for us, yeah.
Super warm, absolute toasty.
I see. Let's get going.
Please.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I loved every bit of that. That was great. If this were FFD6, Minnove would be getting a destiny point right now.
Rock on!
For extremely convincing flustered. I don't want to do that.
Okay. Alright.
Just give Minnove inspiration.
Yeah.
I don't really want to, though, is the weird thing about it.
Jokes on you?
It's weird. Inspiration in D&D 5th edition rubs me the wrong way. I have no problem with it in FFD6 as Destiny points. I think because Destiny doesn't let you reattempt a roll, it just lets you add to your roll. And it doesn't necessarily add much, so you might have to spend a lot of Destiny to change the result of a roll.
Joke's on you. You think I was acting.
Method acting. Anyway. So, getting yourselves loaded into the back of the wagon with a somewhat bemused-looking butterscotch. You make sure you have all of your gear and your equipment. And soon enough, you are rolling off of the grounds of the Halcis estate. Are there any places in the city you want to stop in at, or are you just going to go straight for Riversmeet?
Unless we have... I feel like we've done... I think we're good. I think we're good, but I could be thinking wrong.
If we got our rations and stuff for the road, I think we're good.
I generally assume
we got
you're
berries.
Good on, I generally assume you're good on rations. And yeah, Minnove still has, a hovel full of berries in her blouse somewhere, so...
And
you have to go find them.
Ludviek and Tuki have an ability where they can find food for 5 people every day.
Yeah, I wonder. Which will actually also help when it comes to making those maps getting to the ruins. So that's part of it.
Indeed.
All right.
Yeah, that is true.
All right. Well, then, in that case, you're leaving a little past lunch. So you're going to have about half of your normal travel distance for this day of travel, I'll say. So, we said that it's like you can travel 30 miles in a day is what you sort of calculated out, Mick? Assuming decent conditions at a standard pace. All right. Well, then, you'll get about 15 miles once you're out the city gates before the sun starts to set. So, setting off from the Academy City of Azmara out the northeastern gate, you momentarily pass through a plaza that catches your eye sort of as you're rolling through. Anyone who's run the circuit here before, you'll know it. But let's hear for the rest of you. You briefly pass through and get to lay eyes on the Plaza of Endurance, as it is called. Beautiful bit of architecture, but of note, you see that in the middle of this plaza, shortly before the eastern gate, there is a large and beautiful statue depicting 4 individuals dressed in sort of scholarly attire, each of them holding up a hand that has a different colored flame blazing up from their palm. You can see a brazier lit in a hollow beneath the statue, and those of you who have seen it before know that it is an enchanted brazier that basically never stops burning and doesn't need fuel.
These figures represent something.
History check.
I won't even bother.
No, I don't know shit.
Minnove knows. So Minnove, you know that these 4 humanoids in this statue depict some of the original Solemn Erudites before they were an official organization, back when it was just a name given to those rebellious individuals who hid away forbidden knowledge that Baracus would have otherwise destroyed and burned.
I regale that to the party as a little fun fact, almost like a tourist, almost like a, presented almost like a, and if you look over here, you see.
Yeah, it's a nice little bit of trivia, but soon enough, you are rolling up to the large portcullis gates and back out into the countryside surrounding the Academy City. Off to your immediate right, the terrain slopes down and down until it meets the shores of the wide river that separates this thinner section of the forest from the deeper depths of the greater forest of 1,000 rivers, whereas to your left, it's just rolling, gently sloping hills, dotted largely with evergreens, but the occasional seasonal tree that sort of thin out the further north you go. And with that, you follow the road for about 15 miles before you have to stop to rest for the night. If at any point any of you want to do anything en route, that is fine by me. Otherwise, we're just going to press on through the days.
Can't think of anything.
All right.
I'm good.
So,
Maybe else.
I think I'm...
Tuki's just gonna start by we gonna have to start with a coin because that's less dangerous.
Yes, I wish not to stab myself in my hands. I can't imagine it's pleasant.
Looks at the scar in the palm of her hand that goes out to the back. Just, no, it is not.
Right. Right. A coin is fine. And Minnove pulls out a copper piece.
what are you doing?
Finger work.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, okay. I'm sorry, I didn't quite hear what Tuki said at first, so I was kind of just... I was trying to follow the conversation. I couldn't quite understand it. All right, go on. Well then,
So...
I suppose once you set up camp for the night, you get to show Minnove some finger tricks. That came out wrong.
I think that's kind of been the basis since it was introduced.
That either came out very wrong or very right, depending on where you stand. Either way, it came out.
Sure did.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh my goodness.
Tuki, dex check, please. Or sleight of hand, rather.
I
Just to see how good you are at showing Minnove your finger magic. You kind of find yourself just amused in a weird kind of way by Minnove's antics, and so you're not as focused on the coin tricks as you ought to be. So you fumble it a few times, but otherwise you show off at least some of the basics, rolling a coin between your fingers. Like that common magic trick of making it like disappear behind your palm before making it look like you're pulling it out from behind someone's ear.
How did
Minnove's horn in this case.
How did you do that? I stopped sleeping with the coin behind my horn a long time ago. How did you? Wow. It's crazy.
I'm not used to compliments. I don't know how to respond other than thank you.
Well, get used to it, cause damn, fuck. Minnove's just gonna try and copy it.
Sleight of hand. Surprisingly, you managed to actually kind of figure it out. It takes you a few tries, but after a bit, like sort of with a small bit of sort of guidance from Tuki, you were eventually able to sort of figure out how to do like the same sort of trick. A lot of it just has to do with how you use your fingers to obscure the coin. A big part of it is you just use like a tiny gap between your middle and ring finger and then your pinky and index to basically hide the coin behind your middle and ring fingers as you bring your hand around and then just quickly flip it back around.
Oh, it's so much less impressive when I do it. But that's really cool, honestly. That's a really cool potty trick. Minnove just kind of like starts kind of playing with it on her knuckles.
All right. So, with that delightful little bit of banter thus concluded, you proceed, making decent time over the next few days, following the road. Let's see here. 30 days, that is the passage, or 30, not 30 days, 30 miles, that is the passage of a day. The more you follow this road further and further east, the more gradually thin the forest to your north becomes, sort of dispersing out into more the beginning of the hills of Maranel that lie very far to your north. And you can see more and more sort of much more shallow streams sort of slithering between the mounds of the earth, heading southward to join up with one of the many great rivers that feed into Lake Baflaril. You don't necessarily have as far a view as you would like, given that there has been a pervasive and all-consuming fog for the last several days. But on the fourth day of travel, the last of them, the fog lifts and the sky turns warm with the light of the sun as the clouds become only a scarce spattering, finally giving you some warmth and light, sort of chasing away the dreary gray gloom that's been hounding your steps and shadowing your path for the last well over a week. Let's see here. So, it is somewhat past, I would say it's a little past 3 in the afternoon when you come up over a shallow rise in the terrain and you get to lay eyes on the city of Riversmeet. It is not nearly so impressive in scale as Asmara is, But whereas Mara was a chaotic sprawl built out from what used to be a private school that was too big for its own good and needed to accommodate hundreds of refugees during the catastrophe of Longwinter, Riversmeet is a far more charming and intentionally designed city. As you come up over this ridge in the terrain and lay eyes upon it, you see an abundance of canals that are sort of dug into the land. You can see various canoes and kayaks sort of snaking through these artificial inlets and waterways. You can see wooden bridges and paths made from trees harvested from the forest that allow for travel over these canals without needing to rely on the boats. Most of the structures have this very homely sort of environment, like almost like a city of log cabins that were given a reinforcement, still with an outer stone wall, but reinforced with entire tree logs just leaned up against them and sort of pressed in with folded over plates of iron and steel. It is a very almost rustic town, very charming, and the water at its base, where it straddles the river, is loaded down to the bursting point with various barges and fishing ships and other boats that sail up and down the various rivers. If anyone wants to make a history check to see what they know of the city, you are welcome to do so. All right, so Ludviek's gonna get it. Minnove might know a bit. Tuki, not so much.
I'm not from this country.
Jesus Christ. Boron will know some information simply because he's lived in Valrive his whole life.
Okay.
And Kari?
It's being a little slow. There we go.
13. All right, so basically everyone but Tuki will know the basics. That Riversmeet, as you've already noted, it's a beautiful city of waterways and aqueducts and canals. And it is one of the most important arteries of trade for the northern half of Valrive. If Antarine is an important artery of foreign trade, Riversmeet is the important junction of inner trade. As ships come up and down the rivers to deliver goods from and to Asmara and several of the other major cities that hug the river line. From Cabernair to Traddleton to Bodenlev and even all the way up to Iodel in the far north. Everything passes through Riversmeet on the way to Asmara. And that means the city is bustling with activity. It is a hubbub. You can hear it even from here. And you can see an abundance of sort of just gently curling smokestacks sort of rising from various structures. Seems to be maybe maybe like a late lunch rush, or maybe just hearths blazing in taverns and inns and places of eating. It gives you a far more rugged but charming vibe than Asmara did. So.
Well, we should probably go see this out, what Godfrey said. Where the scouts were from. They said they had notes on some more possible information of the ruins.
Yes, and we do have the letter of recommendation. He pats his case. But John and Nikolai, who is their leader, I believe? Yes, he's a leader.
Commander of the local river crawler chapter, yes.
Certainly more to go off than we have right now.
Yeah. At least gives us a little something.
Yes, the best thing to do would be ask the quickest directions to the river crawler headquarters then.
All right. So.
You there!
Just kind of yell that out to the first person walking by. Dwarf woman sort of leading along a donkey sort of looks away. Oh!
Do you know where the river sprawlers are?
Crawlers, I believe it's called.
Crawlers! Sorry.
Make an insight check for me, please.
Oh, God.
Uh-oh.
Mommy's making the side check.
Just Minnove or me too?
Just Minnove. 19.
All right.
The dwarf woman sort of nods and turns and sort of points her finger down toward one of those sort of junction points of the docks where some of, like, 3 of the different aqueducts sort of converge, and sort of points to what appears to be a tall sort of tower-like structure, sort of a domed thatch roof that just kind of like, it stands almost on stilts over water instead of on land. Aye, there, the Grimtide Roost it's called. It's where they make their headquarters here in the city.
Oh, perfect. Thank you so much. Here, and Minnove will just like toss with the cool finger tricks that she learned from Tuki, 2 copper pieces towards the dwarven lady.
Dexterity check. Roll it.
Oh no. Not sleight of hand? Oh no! Okay.
Yeah, so you kind of reach into your coin pouch and you procure a couple pieces and you try to do the cool coin trick to just sort of like afflict them her way, because you're not like directly next to her. There was like a few feet separating her from that.
Yeah.
So, but you fumble it at the last second, and these 2 copper pieces just kind of go flying out of your hand and go scattering off to just kind of go skittering across the cobbles at her feet. She looks down at them as they kind of roll by and disappear into the grasses, and then just kind of gives you a stink eye.
I'm so here.
Boron face palms.
I could roll it a second time.
We'll go hop off and go looking for these coins that she dropped and try to just hand it to her.
It's easy enough. They're copper. They're shiny. You find them, you hand them to her, and she just kind of takes them and it's like, thank you.
Thank you. Let's go.
It's okay, Minnove. You'll get down that trick in no time.
It's not the... Episode Minnove gets embarrassed. Gets flustered.
The stammering kobold.
The stammering kobold. Minnove will just walk to the direction she pointed to and just be like,
not
come
even
on.
getting back in the wagon, just doing the walk of shame.
Just walk of shame. Come on. Let's be on our way.
As you're kind of going butterscotch, just kind of chuckles a
Don't
little
give
bit.
me sass.
Just kind of bows her head down and just like noses you between the shoulder blades to send you forward a bit.
Okay, I'm moving. I'm moving. I don't have large forelegs like you. Ow!
Keeps rolling along.
Sassy nag.
As we pass along, can I just pick her up and bring her into the cart, one-handed?
Yep, you just scruff Minnove.
Now this is just humiliating.
Sorry, I was trying to walk next to you, but that's...
Oh, I hear that.
Hey, Tuki.
Tuki does not ride in the cart.
You hang around here all Minnove just hanging from Ludviek's fucking like grasp.
That is a beautiful image. Just Ludviek leaning out the side of the wagon, scruffing Minnove, and Tuki just walking alongside the wagon, and they're just having this animated chat. That is, I really hope someone draws that. That would be amazing.
Ludviek just takes his time to look her in the eye and say, "Do not worry about being embarrassed from failure. It is part of life. You will keep on learning from it and improving."
Can you put me down and make me not embarrassed of being small?
Possibly. And then he puts her down.
Minnove kind of like stumbles a little bit as she like, because it's a moving cart, so she stumbles. She's like, "Thank you."
This is all incredibly entertaining.
Oh, I'm sure I'm just a straight-on clown.
Well, I mean, it is the function of a bard to provide entertainment, and we are entertained.
We have 2 bards.
Yes, but it's not his
Kari,
turn yet.
I was say, Kari, when is it your turn to be the butt of the joke?
That entirely is predicated on me actually failing to do something.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I thought that was when we
Foreshadowing is a
first
literary
met.
device in which...
I mean, he was teased pretty relentlessly when we first met him.
That is true. We did make fun of you. I guess it's my turn, but next time, it's yours.
Why do I get a second turn?
Because then it's my turn again. We play... We're playing a game here. Kari.
Can't it be Boron's turn next?
Boron's a little scary.
Do you want to upset Boron?
I'm not scary. Sheesh.
No, you are not scary.
Or am I?
But you cannot. But you have the ability to take a joke like a wet paper towel.
Boron
strikes me as...
What does that mean?
I do not know. It means something bad, I believe.
He strikes me as a professional. He wouldn't lash out and hurt someone over a good old-fashioned ribbing, would you?
I don't even know what that means.
I mean, to be fair, the first time I met Boron, how does one say, quite comedic in my remarks.
It was? Really? Huh.
I mean, he didn't find them funny. Everyone else kind of did.
Might have been. I don't know. Anyway, let's get going for this.
1 second.
For these river crawler guys.
God.
I think we just lost someone for a second.
Oh no.
I think Impulsive just stepped off for a second.
Alright, well. We can wait for him for a moment then.
Da da da. You know.
Foreshadowing is a narrative device. That fucking copy pasta.
This is a really pretty city.
Right?
You could not think of a more, what's the term? Beautiful, more than beautiful. No, well, it works just fine.
Radiant?
Yes, radiant. You could think of a more radiant area. The rivers are converging and the town itself surrounding it entirely.
And the people here are the townspeople are quite kind. I mean, that dwarven woman that gave us directions and didn't completely laugh at me when I dropped the coin. Tuki, when we have a moment, would you be able to help me, refine that? I don't think I got enough, impulse, thrust into it, you know?
What happens to handing just out the money if you want to give people the money?
Listen, if I hand it out, that's Boron. You saw how upset she looked when I handed it to her. Imagine... Whoa, look at that that just handed me that coin, but with nothing but the flick of her wrist and a smile and a wave, and it's a lot less, it's a lot more, I'm a performer. Why the hell would I be normal about it?
Don't you have magic? Can't you use magic?
Might be.
She could have. She totally could have. To be honest, I didn't think of that.
Maybe next time if you want to be a showman, you could use, what's his thing called? Mage Hand? Yes, that might work.
The thing I do when I want something... You know what, Ludviek? I don't appreciate it when you're telling me things that I should have that I should know I should do.
Just ideas, they come to me, Like ideas.
I just think I just need to learn some more. Tuki just needs to teach me some more. We only had, 2 lessons? 1 lesson?
Pretty much. It's hard to teach while in a cart.
Yeah, it's all rickety and bumpy and bouncy and...
Excuse me, the road is not that good?
Well, to be fair, it may not be good for a beginner, but such an environment may be great for when you get better.
We could buy one of these fancy carts with a with the wheels on the springs, and those are like smooth rides.
Boron, can we get a cart that has like a canopy to it, and so when you're driving, it could be like, I've always dreamed of riding in one of those.
Yeah, if we have money, we can get that.
Oh, yes.
I mean, Kari and me bought butterscotch and this cart here. So.
And it was absolutely beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous, aren't you, Butterscotch? Aren't you? Gorgeous.
I basically get off and take Butterscotch by the reins and lead her to a place where she can stay while we're inside.
All right, easy enough.
There's going to be a hitching post near one of those things.
Yeah. Is Impulsive back yet?
I feel like he ran away.
It seems so.
Hopefully his destiny didn't collapse on him.
Yeah.
Maybe he went pee. Maybe the call of nature told him to get going.
The yearning. It took him.
Oh my god.
It can do that? It can kill you? Oh my god.
No, it can make you leave. It's not the yearning that kills you, it's the restless journey. That's what does it.
Yeah.
That's... yeah.
I feel like Tuki would know.
Oh, there's Impulsive.
My microphone didn't mute when I pushed the button to step away super quick.
Super quick. We had a whole banter and everything. It was quite endearing.
Indeed. Well.
Anyway.
So, it doesn't take you terribly long to come to the base of the Grimtide Roost, as it was called. This large wooden tower, sort of square-shaped. You see the occasional balcony from its sides. What appears to be, you actually see a handful of, like, individual rowboats, sort of tied to the support beams underneath the building where it sort of rises from the water. They're like some wooden bridges that connect the street to, like, the doorways that lead into the tower itself. So it seems that if they need to get to their boats, they just descend from a basement level, perhaps. You know, fireman rod style.
Uh-huh.
You know, going up and down the pole. I should not have said that. Anyway.
None of us are that kind of bard.
Yeah, come on. I might be rich, but I'm not pole dancer, okay?
Make a dexterity check.
No, it's roll Constitution.
Should I?
No.
Minnove, you're embarrassed enough to not pole dance on the building.
Oh, pole dance. Okay.
That's what you're saying.
That would have been dexterity, but no. Anyway. So
Actually, probably be a strength check.
it would be something. It would probably just be, I don't know. I don't know what falls under. Yeah. Anyway, so you're just heading up to the door then?
Yeah, I'm assuming so.
Indeed.
All right. So
Yeah.
following the sort of ramp up to the doorway, you see that you see a single individual standing beside the door, sort of leaning boredly against the wall, sort of dressed in these sort of medium dark brown leathers. You actually see, interestingly, that there's like webbing between the fingers on his gauntlets. It's very sort of form-fitting leather. As you're approaching, he lifts his head. Sort of human individual, kind of a weather-scarred face. Looks to be middle-aged. What business have you here?
Well, sir, that can be quite easily answered. He then pulls out the letter of invitation. We have instructions to meet with dang it, why is the thing freezing right now?
Jarnia Nikolai.
I have it written down here, man. I swear. Oh, there it is. Okay, the notes just took a while to load. Yes. Okay. Thank you, though. We have a introduction here to Johnny and Nikolai.
Takes a sheet of paper, unrolls it. Was wondering when Godfried would send someone to look into this. He rolls it back up, hands it over. Though I have to say, I haven't seen your lot before. New hires?
You could say that.
Yeah.
All right.
Big nods.
All right. Jarnia should be inside. Go ahead and talk to her. Though if she's in the middle of something, don't disturb her in the middle of her work, eh?
Wouldn't dream of it.
Good.
Of course.
We'll try our best.
Can you make sure Butterscotch here gets taken care of?
Sort of looks at the horse and the wagon. Imagine I could probably see something taken care of. I said I can't leave my post, so at the very least for the moment I'll make sure no one steals her.
Thank you. Much appreciated. And Minnove does another finger flick over to her copper.
Don't.
Another dexterity check!
Oh, there we go.
21.
There it
This
is.
time, you're not in a bouncy wagon, and also, you are so determined to, not, be upsetting to yourself and embarrassing to your companions. You want to actually put on a good fucking show. So when you flick them, instead of, you kind of, do, a frisbee throw, where you're, holding one between your middle and index finger, and then the second between your middle and ring finger, and you just kind of frisbee flick them at the guy, and they just sort of slice through the air. I need him to roll a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, God.
That meant to be an attack roll.
DC was 10. So
Okay,
you
God.
flick these. So you flick these 2 copper coins at him. He's like, "Yay!" He looks him over for a second. He's like, "Thank you, miss. Though I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but in human society, it's generally more polite to hand people things rather than throw things at them. They might get the wrong idea."
I've been trying to educate her.
I've been practicing some anyways, Jordan. I'm sorry. And she brushes into the building. Regardless, she still got embarrassed.
It's like, I mean, it was a good throw, just maybe not the right time for it. Thanks, so. He pockets the coins. Alright, so, stepping into the Grimtide Roost, it is a extremely utilitarian structure. That is the best way I can put it. Everything here serves a specific function. It is visibly obvious. You can see that there are basically very few comforts, at least on this floor. That said, sort of looking across, it doesn't take you long to notice let's see, I'm just trying to double check my things here. So, looking across the room, there's the central wooden pillar going up, a sort of a wide, broad spiral staircase following it up to the higher floors, bridges sort of branching out, every floor lit with paper lanterns, giving the interior space this very yellow tint. You can see a handful of other river crawlers just sort of sitting at their various places, but it seems to be a very quiet day, that or everyone is out right now. But as you're sort of stepping in and looking around, it doesn't take you long for your eyes to settle on a human woman. Looks to be maybe in her 40s, very tall, very fit, very lean, bow and arrow sort of strapped across her back. She is leaning against a wall nearby and is currently scrutinizing an unrolled sheet of parchment in her hand and is regarding it as if it was a long-scorned cousin insulting her on her wedding day. Yeah, she does not like whatever it says.
Can I try to read her expressions more in depth by chance? Or is that as
Insight check.
Okay.
19. Very much she is displeased with what she's reading, but you're getting a hint that it's born out of strain. She's not necessarily angry. She's feeling the onset of some sort of pressure from an external source, and it's filling her with tension, though what could be doing that, you're not sure.
All right. Good to know.
Lifts her eyes as you all step in, sort of lowers a sheet of parchment. Who are you lot, then? I imagine you have something important if the doorman let you in.
Hello there. We were sent by Godfrey to investigate the ruins.
Huh. Was wondering when he'd send someone to look into that.
He said the doorman said the exact same.
Because we've been waiting on that for a while now. Took him his sweet time.
So has he, from the sounds of it. Anyway, we are here.
You're here for information.
No, specifically,
please.
we're wondering more detail of which are scouts. The report was light in comparison.
Of course. Well, I'll give you a rundown then. I was leading a team to look into some old sightings. Well, not old sightings. Some reports of adherent activity in the region farther to our south. Almost directly south, really. We ran into a force of them, and they caught wind of us. One of my people got wounded, and we had to take shelter to wait out a vile storm that had crept in and let the adherents pass us by. The shelter we found came in the form of old ruins. We didn't venture in very far. We only stayed in what I presume was the entrance hall until the sun came up before we left. We didn't dare venture deeper. If there were dangerous creatures inside, one of my men was wounded, and I was not willing to put him in any more danger.
These ruins, they were supposedly not of Orion or of Line, Manakar? What was it? Baracus, that's it. Yes. Or of Baracus design either.
No. Baracus designs are generally very similar to modern Valrivi designs. We spun off from them, after all. If you find an old ruined tower that looks like you might find it in any old inhabited military fort, probably Baracus. The Orions tended to build with much larger slabs and much grander structures gilded in gold. Opulent little fucks is what they were. This was different. Again, we didn't venture very deep, and we couldn't make out many of the details through the foliage and the darkness. The entrance chamber into which we entered was... I'm not really an archaeologist. I'm not sure how best to describe it. There was a large statue in the middle. Everything was overgrown with an abundance of moss and vines breaking through the walls. Windows long blown out. Didn't see any skeletons. I've never seen anything like it, though.
Like skeletons?
No, there were no skeletons.
Well, no one dead nearby? Like skeletons? Like coffins? Sarcophagus?
Again, we didn't
that's
go
what
past
you were
the first...
expecting?
Well, no, you're expecting if you step into some ruins to see the bones of its old inhabitants lying around unless the place was abandoned before that could happen. And even then, other animals can die in these old sorts of ruins and leave bones behind. It's not uncommon. We saw nothing of the sort. But that doesn't mean that such things aren't there. They might be further in.
Right.
Alright.
I can tell you this, though. Whoever built that place, they made it to last. It's sturdy.
Okay.
Were there
And,
any other... Go ahead, Minnove.
Are there any, I want to say, just to help us get to there a little faster, I can navigate through pretty dense forestry. If I have... You said moss was growing out of the sides?
The whole structure was smothered in it. Moss, mushroom, vines and roots breaking through the stone of the floor and the walls. It's an old place.
Any notable scents? I know this is going to sound super weird, but any notable, smells?
Mildew.
mildew. Well, that could be a forest just in general, but it helps.
You'll need to forgive me. I'm not a kobold. I'm human. My sense of smell pales in comparison to yours.
No worries, all good. If it smells strongly mildew, 10 times the scent, so it shouldn't be too bad to hone down on. We'll figure it out. We'll work at it.
As for finding it, we did mark where we found it, or at least its rough environment, on a map. I can have that copied over to your map if you have one.
I have a. Do we get a map? Does anyone have a map on them?
I presume you have a map. What do you think we've been staring at all campaign long?
Yeah.
Fair. Okay, I wasn't sure.
At least one of you has a map.
Minnove,
Some of you have run the circuit at least once. Some of you dozens of times. I assume they have a map too.
Minnove will find someone that has a map and.
Yourself, you've run the circuit once. You have a map.
Actually, she did it without the map. That's what's half impressive.
Just follow the road, guys. Follow the road.
The Yellow Brick Road.
Anyways, I'm assuming we hand her a map and on.
Yeah.
So. I do. I have a map. I should look in my inventory.
All right, so she marks a spot on your map, which I will now draw onto the map in the form of a red circle.
Oh,
that's
really
far.
directly sound. Yeah.
Okay.
It'll be slower going. Alright.
As I said, it's pretty damn deep in the forest, and anything more specific than that, we didn't have the means of the time to narrow down.
Very well.
I can give you some pointers, though. The structure is extremely well concealed in the forestation. It'll be difficult to spot, but there were a handful of bits of ruin preceding it. We found those on the way out once the sun was up. So keep your eyes out for stone pillars or things like that. Anything that might look a bit more like obvious brickwork as opposed to just natural rock formations. Further, it was on the shore of a stream. I'd say the water was maybe about 20 to 30 feet from one side to the other, where we were. So once you're in that general region, keep your eyes peeled for streams like that.
Mm-hmm. Was it going against the current, or like following against the current? Following to
It was just on the beach side. The structure wasn't over the water; it was next to it. Were I to guess, whoever used to live there probably used that stream as a water source.
Yeah, you won't go thirsty for long in the forest.
How thick was the forest itself?
In that region, extremely thick. The deeper in you go, the thicker it gets.
In the darker too.
Boron, we may have to find some stable to lodge. Or,
yeah, I would not advise taking a horse into the forest. Not that deep.
I wouldn't have dreamt of doing that. I know the forest can get very, very deep.
Well, good thing we have you with your axe.
And good thing I bought 2 lamps just for Boron, Tuki, and Kari.
Indeed.
Because I can imagine it's going to get quite dark in there, and if we get separated, well...
As for the forest itself, was there any creatures of note you noticed on your scouting mission that may be ones to keep an eye for? Mostly to avoid.
There are several types of creatures that live in this forest. It's a forest. But as for things that might be of note that you'll want to keep your eyes out for, of particular note, grizzly bears, obviously. There will be plenty of them. You'll come across the occasional jaguar. You might want to steer clear of things like pits or divots in the land. Those might be inhabited by snakes. And, well, be wary crossing rivers if you can help it. Try to keep to a high ground elevation when crossing where possible. Otherwise, you might run into river drakes.
Those are, like, mud. Like, you sink. They're ending bottomless pits, right?
No. River drakes are, I can only describe them as what would happen if a frog and a dragon had a baby.
Huh?
They're... Yes, I know, that's a weird description. They live near and in water, though they tend to rest and hang out on the shores by the water. Their principal food is fish and anything that gets too close to the water. They're basically alligators, but blue and without any hind legs.
All right, that sounds fantastic. I can't wait. Possibly meet one.
They are extremely dangerous, territorial, and exclusively carnivorous. And they have a bad habit of death rolling you if they get their teeth on you when you're in their water. Hence why I say it. If you find a river, if you have to cross it, either be damn sure that there aren't any river drakes lurking under the water surface, or cross at a higher point of elevation so that you can avoid them altogether. They're not likely to go out of their way to follow you, but if you step into their water, they will make themselves known. And they can tear your leg off in a few seconds.
Oh, it just gets better and better. Absolutely. Oh.
It's the deep forest, sweetheart. It's full of things I would love nothing more than to make you a nice brown pile. So don't let them do that.
Probably nicer ways to word that.
Yes, but nicer ways to word that don't drive the point home as hard. And when it comes to sending people into the depths of the Forest of 1,000 Rivers, I know how lethal it can get. So I'm not in the habit of mincing words, friend.
I can't wait to start our excursion there. Is there anything you recommend us bringing that might aid us getting there faster or more secure, or I guess other than weapons and such?
Trying to think. I'm just trying to think. What would be the medieval equivalent of bug spray?
Some ointments that
I know. Clothes
keeps them off. Like
I say the ointment, or herb.
I would say bug creams. You'll start running into mosquitoes once you get even a little ways into the forest, and they can be extremely annoying. And some of them carry diseases.
I was about to say, they carry a lot of diseases. They are very dangerous mosquitoes. They might be little pricks, but they quite literally are little fucking. She says to the rest of the group, not to her.
Right. And also, Ludviek was trying to say something a minute ago. What was it?
Oh, no, I was just saying herbs or incense as, like, things that might have been medieval.
No, before that. Before that.
I have completely forgotten. It must not have been important.
And of course, the last thing you'll want to keep your eyes out for, the adherents in the region.
Yeah.
Are all adherents completely violent, or have some been known to be
Not all are violent, but the ones we ran into are. That's why one of my people was injured, and why we lost another one entirely. It's part of why we hid in the ruins.
Did they have a banner or symbol that they identified themselves with?
They might have certain face paints. They wore furs, I remember that. Had a couple of spellcasters in their midst.
They're savages.
I'm reluctant to say that myself. Brutal.
Seems like a strong word.
Brutal? Yes. Antagonistic towards us? Absolutely. But savage feels like the sort of descriptor that justifies their behavior toward us.
Well, we will make do to avoid them, if at all possible.
Good
Less
idea.
problems?
Good idea.
Either way.
On the off chance, it did not... Did it appear that you were only there for a night, as you say? But did this ruin, did it look like it had been traversed at all before you had arrived?
Not by people.
I was just wondering if the adherents themselves had used it.
It's possible they might have found... It's possible they might have found it after we left and set up shop, though I doubt it.
Well,
Well,
thank you.
I say, any more things? We should probably be there and check it out. I don't know what else we can ask or what else you know. Assuming you've told us everything and warned us about all.
Everything of relevance to your mission, at the very least.
Yes.
Well, then.
And that's all that needs to be relevant. We're not here to pry or ask questions or intrigue. Though I will be looking for some of that bug oil.
Probably a good idea.
They get under my scales and it gets itchy and it's uncomfortable.
What time is it again right now? Midday, you said before?
You got here at like around 3 o'clock. I'd say it like took a while to get to the roost. So I'd say it's like about 4 o'clock now. So it's getting on in the afternoon.
Should we spend the
Ludviek.
night?
How long do you presume the travel will take us to the center of the forest?
That depends on how many obstacles you run into, but travel speed through the forest is going to be a slow ordeal. Much slower if things go badly. Even for my folk, the river crawlers, we're trained to traverse this forest, and even we get slowed down a lot. Don't expect this to be a fast trip. You're going to be in there for probably a good couple of weeks, were I to guess.
Sheesh.
Fun. So I'd say...
I would suggest then that we do some shopping tonight, rest well, and then head out in the morning.
Good idea. As for your horse and wagon, you can leave them here at the roost. If you're sent by Godfried, we're not part of the Erudites, but we're friends of the Erudites. We'll look after your your horse and wagon while you're gone. You can retrieve them when you're back.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any good inns or meads or places to go before?
If you're looking for a good inn, the best one would be the Stilted Toad.
Stilted Toad. Alright.
It's just down the street from here. Follow the road, across 2 bridges, and you'll see it off to your left. Lovely little structure. It sits over the water of the river. Kind of like this place, but instead of a big tower, it's really wide and squat. You'll know it because it doesn't exactly have walls. It's an open air place. You'll smell it long before you see it.
Much appreciated.
Right.
Well, thank you
luck
very
then.
much, ma'am.
Good luck then. You're going to need it.
Right.
Alright.
Well, when we're outside, I'll... well, the times I stayed here, I stayed at a much more inexpensive location. But we can go there if you like.
I'd say at least one last good home-cooked meal before we're stuck to rations and beating mosquitoes off with a... I don't know. Ludviek's hammer?
Well, if we needed any bugs swatted away, we can just ask you to do it with Mage Hand.
That's not how that works.
It's not fly swatter?
Well, I just think of what I want to move and it moves. But the thing is if
Oh, I see. Well then, we will give you fly swatter that you can then use. We'll be sure to buy that too.
Thank you.
So I guess we just make sure Butterscotch is left in the care of whatever stable hand they have there at the place.
Butterscotch seems to sense that things are happening when you come out. Sort of looks a little restless, a little anxious, shifting her weight around on her hooves.
All right, then I'm just gonna ease the worries of our lovely horse.
All right. You cast Speak with Animals. What do you wish to say to Butterscotch?
Butterscotch, my dear, I'm afraid we will need to have you stay here for a while, but you will be in the great care of these lovely people. We're going to be heading deep into the forest, and it is no place for a horse such as you.
Make an animal handling check at advantage.
All right. Oh, come on. Here we are.
16. So, Butterscotch understands that you're going to be gone for a while, and that she's going to be sticking here. And, you know, while this is basically just basically an empath link, it's not even necessarily the full establishment of a shared language. You just kind of get, like, the sort of returned sensation of these people had better come back. I haven't known them long, but I like them, and it's nice to be on the road again, and I don't want to get stuck somewhere again. And this place smells funny, and everyone keeps looking at me.
Give her mane a nice rub, a nice comb.
Yeah.
Just, like, starts playing with your mane with those freaky horse lips, because they're freaky as fuck.
Like
Who needs fingers
shape
when you've
of
got
that.
lips?
It's true.
Oh.
All right.
She's gonna miss you.
I think she will miss Boron most of all.
Who needs
I think
fingers when
Boron will
you've
miss
got
doubt
hers. I think
Say
Boron will
that
miss her
to
most.
Robin.
And the kobold. I don't think would I have lips? I mean, I'd have like no lips. I'd have like ba ba ba. I mean, more lips than the Kraven, but
How do Dragonkin say the word?
They have lips.
Oh, okay.
it's just like
They have lips. They're just scaly.
yeah.
Okay.
Anyways.
They're very small. They're not big like yours.
All right, so if y'all want to take a brief side trek to stock up on creams to fight off mosquitoes and get Minnove fly swatter.
That's a good idea.
I'd say also get extra rations and.
Yeah, you don't need to worry about rations. I assume you have food.
Okay. Oh, right,
I-
and we got the two of us are wanderers, so it works out fine.
Yeah, let's hear. So I'll say for the fly swatter, I'm basically just going to imagine that this is just like a wooden paddle. So
Minnove with a wooden paddle. Okay.
So like that, you can grab that for like 4 copper pieces. I'll say it's like 4
All
bucks.
right.
And
I'll
as
take-
for the jars of cream that'll keep mosquitoes away, I'd say that like those might be a bit more expensive. I'd say those are like a silver piece a pop.
Right.
Well,
You can probably fashion those yourself in if you got a lot of foresty experience from tree sap and stuff like that. But
Yeah, you have options. This would basically just be paying for the convenience of not having to worry about it.
correct.
I'd say we at least get 5, at least for, well, probably 10.
Birds need them?
Your
I
feathers
think I'm
would
gonna get-
your feathers would provide you a bit of protection, but also you would have a much harder time getting rid of the mosquitoes if they got to your skin. So it's kind of a double-edged sword for you. You have better armor against mosquitoes, but a harder time getting rid of them once they land. Doubly so for
Forgive
things
me
like
if I'm-
leeches, leeches.
Forgive-
And like you have to deal with the problem of like fleas or ticks, far worse than a human might.
Forgive me if I'm at all overstepping or, but would you be able to, like, if it came needed, have you ever had a mosquito? Like,
Who is being asked this?
Yeah.
And what is the question?
Minnove's asking, like, in a very rude sort of way. Have you guys have the mosquitoes or bugs of some sort?
I thought many a creature will take a bite out of me in my time.
I mostly just wear this leather jacket.
Achoo, 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 achoo.
You okay there, Kari? Kari?
Hey, they need to dust here.
I'll take that as a no. I've eaten mosquitoes before. They're not. The irony. Eaten, yeah.
When you said had, my first thought was like a pet? Pet mosquito?
No, eaten, like consumed. Like nom nom
Mosquitoes are pretty fucking tiny. I'm not sure you could really eat them necessarily.
I mean, birds typically eat like mosquitoes and flies and.
Oh, now I see why you were worried that this would be racist. Okay. Now I get it.
Before I answer this,
she's genuinely asking.
Kraven diet normally, or is it like an absolute desperate thing?
Okay, what was that? Impulsive?
If at all.
Say that again.
How desperate does a crab have to be to eat bugs?
Depends on the.
My headphones are acting up if you're talking. I can't hear.
It depends on the bug and how. And what their company is. Generally speaking, Kraven will not be as opposed to eating the like if you're like if a Kraven's gonna eat bugs, they're probably gonna be like salted grasshoppers, for example, or salted crickets. Like they'll eat bugs, but like they'll be dead first, obviously, in some manner prepared. But like if you're desperate, a Kraven might be able to pop like a big beetle into their mouth and call it a day. Generally speaking, though, like if it comes to foraging, Kraven tend to more lean toward things like nuts or berries.
All right, so
but like you can eat bugs. It's not necessarily pleasant, but you can.
Okay, so it's a good thing she did not tell him to go eat worms.
That would be horribly racist.
Minnove knows a little.
Okay. Minnove would say go eat some worms, and then it would like smash cut to like Tuki and or Kari just like shoving Minnove's face in the dirt, like, why don't you eat some worms?
Why don't you eat some worms, bitch?
that is where you hear like the sim whenever sims are talking to each other and the dislike option comes up of like the relationship has
dislikes. Red dislikes.
3 red dislikes of being like, Minnove, you can't just say that.
Even I, as the player, had bugs to eat, like maggots and things like that.
I'm pretty sure I've eaten a grasshopper before. Or
I've eaten crickets.
It might have been. It was that, or it was probably a cricket. But I know I've eaten a salted bug at least once. I didn't like it, but I've eaten one.
I've had locust. It's not bad.
Well, it's okay.
Anyway, so yes, now that we've gone off on that tangent, so
it was worthwhile. We learned. Oh,
right.
Go.
So you getting the ointment in the paddle then?
I'm getting 10 for myself.
Okay.
Minnove will get the paddle, and I will get. How much are the ointment?
I'd say each jar would be like a silver piece. It's like $10 for bug, like for good bug spray, essentially.
I'll get 10 as well. Might as well.
All right. So you have 20 jars of ointment, each of which has several uses for a party of 5 people. You're good, I think.
We are prepared.
Yeah. So unless you spend a truly obnoxious amount of time in that forest, I'm not going to worry about you catching a disease from a mosquito bite.
Right.
Minnove has a fly. Minnove's a fly swatter, so like that's like extra protection. And a tail.
And some of us are disease immune.
Indeed.
Anyways, with that,
Oh god. I keep forgetting Tuki is more susceptible.
Well, at any rate, so
So give Tuki a double dose then, just to be sure.
Minnove will go to the what did you say? The studded toad?
Stilted toad.
Stilted toad. I'm gonna go to the stilted toad. And
Alright. I assume everyone's going once you've done your shopping.
Mhm.
Alright, so the stilted toad, when you lay eyes on it, is it is an active place, especially at this hour as you're sort of starting to creep in on like the dinner hours. And as Jarnia said, or whatever I said her name was, it is a very open-aired structure. Looking at it, you see you can see that, like, again, like, there aren't necessarily walls. The roof is held up over this sort of circular wooden platform by various wooden pillars sort of holding up this sort of wide-brimmed roof, almost like a circular wizard's hat sort of shape almost. There's sort of like this depressed sort of pit sort of in one center part of it that leads down to what appears to be a large cooking fire, sort of with a bunch of things sort of surrounding it, sort of a stone wall to make sure it doesn't accidentally light the whole structure on fire. Some safety grates and whatnot, maybe some enchanted items here or there to help keep the sparks from causing any issues. There's a circular bar surrounding the central main support pillar and several tables filled down with people laughing and just having a good time as they have their, their bar hour. There's band playing at the back, very energetic and lively. Looks like a very nice place. And as for where rooms would be, you can see sort of on the outer fringe of this sort of open common space, a staircase descending and curving down to what looks to be like an improvised dock almost that sort of runs along and sort of hugs one of the canals. And you see an assortment of small but well-made looking cabins sort of built along the canal wall, which you presume function as this inn's rooms. Very different to what you're used to, but it has a very inviting feel. The open walls basically are just screaming at you, come in, enjoy the fire.
wow, this is quite gorgeous in here. And I'm gonna go to the bar.
All right. So, approaching the bar, you see another dwarf woman, very different from the last one you met. This dwarf woman is
Thank God.
This dwarf woman, for one thing, is
This dwarf is what?
fucking ripped. She is ripped. Like, this is a woman who could bench press Ludviek, probably. She's got a pipe sort of hanging out of her mouth, and she's currently at present just she looks to be in the present of mixing up a drink as you're approaching. And as you sort of approach, make a perception check for me, Minnove.
Perception. Let me grab my perception. Perception.
23. Yeah, you notice it easily. As you're sort of approaching and your eyes sort of lift up, you see that the sort of up on the pillar behind this woman, the sort of central wooden beam, you see a elegant needle-like sword sort of on display just within arm's reach, and you actually recognize the design. It's the same type of sword that the mage knights you encountered back in Asmara had.
Oh, wow. Is that yours?
Sure as sugar is. Woman blows out some smoke off to one side from her pipe.
That's... So I reckon you're a mage knight of some sort?
Former.
Former?
What do you think?
What caused you to retire?
I wanted to run an inn.
You know what? Quite a worthwhile experience. Or
Honestly,
I guess
it's a lot
drink.
more fun mixing drinks and kicking out rough houses by being me own bouncer. A lot more fun than walking around, slapping mages in chains and standing around looking fucking bored all the time at the academies.
I mean, I'd imagine so. It didn't really. We just came from Osmara, and trust they did not seem like they enjoyed their job.
It's an important job, but fuck me, is it boring. Anyways, what can I do for you?
Yes. So, this is our last meal for this is our last meal for a couple possible weeks. We're going on a journey in the forest, and I would like to order something for all my friends.
All right. Want to get
As
yourself
well as rent a couple of rooms as well.
All right. Well,
Ludviek calls over. Just make sure it's not water again.
Don't worry, I don't sell that particular beverage here. Too expensive for me.
Yeah, my the last inn we were at, we got it for a price discount and a price at the end of it.
Right, well, as
Anyways,
is.
yes.
So, rooms. How many you need? Each room has... what?
Hello?
What happened?
I don't know what happened.
Hello?
Hello?
We hear you.
Hello? Yeah?
Hello?
Okay, sorry. Yeah, I hear you guys.
Okay, what happened?
Skitch?
Hi.
I don't know. Hi.
I'm here.
Okay. We're good.
All right, continue.
All right. Right, how many rooms you looking for? Each room has 2 beds.
2 beds. Well, we needed at least I want to say 3. At least 3.
At least
So
3.
3.
So 3 rooms. All right. How many nights? Just the one, I take it?
Yeah, unfortunately, though I would love to when we're done.
Right, well, it'll be 6 silver pieces then.
Absolutely, and Minnove will cough up the 6 silver.
As for food, you want the good stuff or you just want something warm?
Give us the good stuff. Make us have a reason to come right back.
Right then, if you're all wanting to have a real good meal, I imagine I could probably whip something up for a gold piece or 2.
All right, for 5, or gold piece or 2 for 5, or
A couple gold pieces to feed a group of 5.
perfect. Absolutely.
All right, any dietary concerns or can I just go hog wild?
Well, I and my compatriot are both carnivore.
Right,
so
figured
meats
that.
preferably, but otherwise, go ham on the others.
All right, you'll be getting ham.
I mean, yeah, let's go for it.
Right. She sort of claps her hands, goes around, and starts getting ready to cook. The rest of you go find a table as the sun sort of starts to descend a bit more as the hours sort of carries on. It's not terribly long before food is brought to you, and it is a very nice spread. So you can all enjoy a very nice meal this night.
And I'm down to 5 gold pieces.
Right?
So sorry, apologies. What did you say? My mom came downstairs.
I said you all enjoy a good meal.
Perfect.
Yummy.
Oh,
And
Boron. Minnove paid for everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I paid for it.
Okay.
Stop.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why I was also confused. No, I paid for it. It's my treat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Stop gaslighting her.
Right.
That is a reference to earlier. No one but us is going to understand it. Anyway.
Let the kobold.
Enjoy yourself, Boron. It's a night to have fun.
I'm trying.
And you're doing a damn well good job.
All right.
This ham is quite delicious. What is this thing they call horseradish?
It's a horse radish.
It's not meat.
Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Do I have to roll poison for that one?
No. It doesn't taste good to your palate if you stick horseradish in your mouth. You chew on it a bit and your instincts are saying, the fuck are you doing? Like your tongue just sort of instinctively just sort of like involuntarily like tenses, recoils, and like just starts trying to like push it out past your lips. It takes you a second to just sort of like, do you try to keep it down or do you let yourself spit it out? What are you doing here? What the fuck, man?
Look, it was either horseradish or mustard I was going to make him try, alright? So, we're going to say power through it.
Alright. You know that shudder of revulsion that you involuntarily get when you swallow something not great?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no. Ludviek gets that.
He says, I do not believe I like this. I find it revolting. Good to know.
Why did you keep eating it then?
I do not back down from because, Tuki, you do not back down from a challenge.
No
even
one
one as
fucking
simple as a
challenged you!
I challenged myself.
It's exactly what he said about the water.
It's
fucking Dark Souls players be like.
Ludviek. What are you doing?
You know you don't have to eat things that are disgusting to you. I very clearly said to bring out meats for you and I, and...
Ah, yes, but the meat I was told by another quite a while ago went well with this thing called horseradish. I needed to determine if it was true or not.
For those who can eat
horse,
we typically eat, you know, the actual horse, or not the radish part.
I do not believe horseradish has any horses in it. Otherwise, it probably would have tasted better.
Yeah, I'd imagine so.
Do not let Butterscotch know I said that one.
Don't let Butterscotch.
That gif I put in the chat an hour ago is suddenly very relevant.
Don't worry.
Do not eat the horse.
Do not.
Several of us are bronies. We would take great exception to that as a matter of principle.
Either way, it's not made. Just enjoy the ham. Ludviek, enjoy the ham with me.
Of course. Are you going to eat that chop?
No. Also, don't eat the pineapple with it. Not gonna change. It's gonna be the exact same result as.
Ludviek will spontaneously discover that he has an allergy to pineapple.
Oh no.
Oh crap. I have an immunity to disease, not immunity to allergies.
You can't even eat pineapple, so
it's
nothing ventured, nothing lost.
It's alright.
It reminds me of people who don't realize that they're allergic to things, and they just think that like certain fruits or foods are spicy or tingly, and everyone's also like, "Hey, guy, I think you're probably allergic." That's
either or. Cheers to everyone.
Okay.
Cheers.
All
Cheers
right.
indeed.
All right. So. Go through all that, you eat your food, you have your little dietary adventure, and soon enough, the sun sets and you tuck yourselves away for a night of rest in your rented rooms for the night. You all take a long rest. The sun rises the next day. There's nothing else for it, is there?
We gotta get going early.
Yeah. I say we get up. I say I get up. The crack dirt of dawn as soon as the sun pops up.
The dirt of dawn. That's a new one.
Actually, Boron is up extremely early for him. And apparently ready to take on a challenge.
Did we sleep through something? Like,
I think that's just part of his class.
well, either or. Kari, come on. You gotta get up. You gotta start walking.
It's like... Oh, actually, no, never mind. It's a good time. I'll get up.
Don't...
It's like, I feel the urge to be dramatic, but I don't wanna.
Some days, you're just not in the mood.
You're such a fucking
What does that
drama
say
queen.
about me as a person?
Need to get you a fucking couch or something.
Does it mean Kari's gonna learn to summon a fainting couch?
See, okay, that's what immediately popped in my head. If this was a little bit of a less serious game, I would have tried to convince Skij to have 2 people following Kari around to push a couch behind him whenever he needs to faint.
Okay, so you don't have a fainting couch, but there is a love seat in your rented-in room.
How much can Mage Hand lift again?
10 pounds.
You can't take it with you, but you can throw yourself onto it before you leave if you want.
Something has to happen to make it organic. It can't be forced.
I can take a cushion if you'd like. And I could throw it on the ground whenever you want to faint. Would that help? Make you feel at home while we're in the forest? In the Amazonian, forest?
The what forest?
I don't know, I read it in a book somewhere.
You can read?
You can spell?
What? Was that supposed to be smart?
Were you supposed to be dumb? Like your face?
Can we get going now?
What is happening?
Yes!
I don't know what's happening.
I am so
I'm not
confused.
dumb. I'm dumbstruck.
This fucking ego is what you are. Hubris, honestly. I need to peg him down a few.
All right, Hubert,
Pegs.
let's go. So, stepping out of the inn and tavern, collecting up your things, there's only one tiny hassle, and that's getting to the other side of the river.
Just throw me, I'll be fine.
There's gotta be
so
some sort of bridge.
There's probably a bridge.
Villager railgun.
Or if there's no bridge, there's a ferry.
Bridge?
I mean, it's
No,
coming back.
there's no bridge, but a ferry? Yeah, there's a ferry.
All right,
Excellent.
So,
we'll take the ferry.
all right, easy enough. Heading down to the docks, it doesn't take you long to locate a simple little ferry barge that shepherds people to the other side. You can see there's a small little village on the other side of the river from here, basically probably just a logging community whose whole function is to just cut down and replant trees and deliver the lumber to the city proper. And the ferry, for a couple copper per person, is happy to take people to and from. So for a party of 5, it'll be a single silver piece to get everyone across.
I'll shelf that out.
All right. So, hopping onto the barge, you cross the river over the course of a handful of, of course I'd say maybe a handful of minutes. You reach the other side. The tiny little village doesn't pay you much attention as you step off. You get glances, obviously. You are definitely, you stand out. The party composition being what it is. But the forest of 1,000 rivers sprawls before you, and you got a long way to go. The terrain sort of gently rises and slopes away from you. So, here's how this is going to work. Venturing into the Forest of 1,000 Rivers off the beaten path is a treacherous and risky affair. Boron, you're probably aware of this to some extent, as you've probably done this sort of trek at least a couple of times in your career. It is
but I had Scout with me.
Yeah. It is hazardous, it is dangerous, navigation can be difficult, especially the deeper in you get, and everyone has to pull their weight. So the way this is going to work is I am going to set a DC, but I'm not going to tell you what it is. And everyone is going to have to do something, like add something to contribute to successful navigation and traversal. This could be basically anything if you just think it would help get through. And one of you is going to spearhead the way. I'm basically just lifting this entire system from Daggerheart. Everyone who wants to help with navigation and traversal will make a roll. If they succeed, it will decrease the DC by 1. If you fail, it will increase the DC by 1. This gives everyone a chance to contribute in whatever way they're good at, and then finally, whoever's at the spearhead will make a survival check, and, well, if you fail the DC, something fun will happen. Otherwise, you'll make good time.
Who should be the spirit?
How good is your survival skill, Boron? Would you say? Well, I am quite adept with managing through winds and wilds. I could spearhead if you'd like.
Yeah, I'm not a scout.
Wait, what is everyone's survival skill?
What is everyone's survival, actually? Hold on here.
I have trained survival, but that gives me a +2.
I have I have +5.
I have a +4.
I have +3. I'm better at investigation.
+4.
I also do have Wanderer as well, but I'm not sure how much that is going to factor into this.
You have an excellent memory for maps and geography, and you can always recall the general layout of terrain, settlements, and other features around you. In addition, you can find food and fresh water for yourself and up to 5 other people each day, provided that the land offers very small game, water, and so forth.
I'm also going to, while we're kind of in area, I'm going to give a lantern to Kari. And Boron, you can see okay in the dark, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give the other lantern to
All right, the birds have lanterns.
Just in case if we get separated.
Good idea.
I suppose I am hard to keep track of.
A little bit. You blend in.
Well, if Ludviek has a +5 in survival, I would assume that would put him at the head of the pack.
Okay.
So, what would everyone else like to do to contribute? Let's just go down the list. Tuki, what would you like to do?
Let me just look at the skills I got real quick. I will use my stealth to kind of be equally close to the front to kind of be an extra set of eyes and ears to broaden Ludviek's range.
Right. So you are being in the front along with your navigator to keep an eye out for hostile threats and warn anyone if they come up. All right, go ahead and do that. Stealth check. $19. All right. So, that'll be a success. So that'll decrease the DC by 1 as you pull to the head of the pack and point out potential places where people might not want to step or circumnavigate, just certain bits of noise or cacophony that might draw unwanted attention to you. So you help the party traverse somewhat more quietly and subtly. Boron, what would you like to do to contribute?
Well, Boron lowers his shoulder and puts his shield in front of him and powers through the thick brush forcing branches aside with brute strength, and would like to roll athletics.
All right, you can do that to basically clear the path for the somewhat less sturdy members of the group so that they have an easier path to walk on, basically crushing down a dirt path to follow. All right.
Okay.
All right.
That's,
A 13. That,
is
unfortunately, will be a fail for the DC today.
Yeah.
There's generally speaking a reason why you have a scout do a lot of the heavy lifting when you do these things. So while your idea has merit and you feel like it could work, you don't quite find the balance with it, and mostly just kind of scratch up your shield a bit. Navigation doesn't get any easier.
Yep.
All right. Minnove, how do you wish to contribute?
I wish to kind of sniff out for any threats, like any possibly like hunting us while we are in this
All right.
Unfamiliar.
All right. Good idea then. Make for me a perception check, and as you are a kobold, you get advantage on sniffa. 17. That will be a success. So, you don't believe anything is hunting you just yet. You're still fairly close to civilization, so most of the really dangerous things are either not here or know not to be a hassle. And finally, Kari, what would you like to do to contribute to this?
There's not a whole lot that he can do except for sort of keep everyone on like a good walking rhythm, and he's gonna take his little castanets and just click out a little marching beat.
Okay, that'll be a performance check then. 18 will be a success. All right, so
we're gonna flamenco our way through the forest.
All right, so all that in mind then, that will be 3 successes and 1 failure, so the DC will decrease by 2. Ludviek, your survival check.
Oh God, please don't get the.
Would I be able to give him bardic?
If anyone can do it, it should be me, technically.
Yeah.
I'll say that bardic inspiration and guidance, those are things you generally do for specific tasks. This isn't a single specific action. This is just sort of summarizing an entire day's worth of effort. So in this scenario, I'm going to say no.
No worries, all good.
Lady Luck.
Natural
Lady
20.
Luck.
All right.
I could kiss you, Lady Luck.
All right. So I will say that on account of that high-ass fucking roll, not only do you not have any meaningful hurdles, you beat the DC by a fairly hefty margin, but you also, I'll say, you managed to make much better time than you were expecting. For this day, you managed to bypass the hazard of difficult terrain having your travel speed. So you get to cross a full 24 miles of distance.
Woo!
You're probably not going to
Great
get...
job, team.
Oh, God.
Yeah, you make some damn good time as you start to venture deeper and deeper into the Forest of 1,000 Rivers. Soon enough, the light of the sun becomes more of a suggestion rather than a companion, as it becomes just the occasional flickering stream of light that filters down on you. As you venture deeper and deeper, the forestation grows ever thicker and thicker. You routinely come across shallow streams and babbling brooks, very shallow, nothing hiding in them aside from maybe a few agitated frogs that you easily either wade through or just jump over or step over. The distant calls of wildlife become louder and louder and more numerous the deeper in you get. The occasional wild shrieking of an unfamiliar bird of prey jumping off of a branch to sail through the tree line and vanish somewhere far away in the canopy. The occasional distant call of a fox shrieking out to declare, "Hey, I found a thing!" Every so often you hear the chittering of fern fae hiding against nearby trees. You, at one point, come across an entire line of fiery red ants just kind of walking along a log, and you make sure not to touch that as you proceed on your way. You make damn good time, but eventually the sun does set, and you need to rest for the night. There's a pig somewhere nearby, but it's fine. Don't worry about him.
It's a wild hog.
Yeah, don't worry about him. It's fine.
Okay.
No, that's horrific. We need to deal with it right now. It will kill us all.
All right,
Ludviek
so
just licks his lip and is just like, we could have ham a second time.
This time without horseradish. All right.
So, shall we? Who should take the first rest?
I'll take watch. For
All right.
the first watch.
All right. So, Boron, you take first watch. As everyone you find a dry patch, sort of at a slight elevated point of terrain, sort of nestled between a couple of massive fallen logs, smothered with moss and lichen and little bits of ivy that kind of descend down from a tree overhead, its boughs sort of arching over your position in sort of natural shelter. The occasional streaming shaft of ring light pierces through the canopy, but not nearly so grand as the sunlight from earlier. So, make for me a perception check, Boron.
Who would have guessed?
Natural 20.
Sheesh.
Oh, that's so nice.
It is. So,
This is good luck.
Yeah. You're blowing all your good luck on this part. That's fun. So, you cast
Yeah.
your eyes about, surveying the terrain and the landscape around you. It's difficult to see through the trees in the dark, but between your well-attuned eyes and your general attentiveness, knowing that you are deep in the wilderness, you're not too... You're confident that you're safe for the time being. And your watch passes uneventfully.
Hooray.
Who's next?
I can take second watch.
All right.
I don't think Minnove's really taken watch before.
All right. Perception check from you then, Minnove.
Brock in. Can I give myself guidance for this one?
You can give yourself guidance, can't you?
Hell yeah. I don't think
Sure.
I need to, but that's okay.
You do not need to. That is a 23. So, your senses are on a high alert as you take your watch. You have done your fair share of traveling at this point, having run the circuit a full time at least once, but to be so far off the beaten path in the middle of the wilds, this is a little new to you. And so you are focused, and though there is a sort of underpinning current of tension and a little bit of anxiety that's sort of creeping around under the scales at the base of your tail, you're able to sort of shoulder past it. Just think you've got a pack to look after. You've got these people following you around that you're just sticking with. You got your friends. You got to keep them safe because they keep you safe. You're stronger together. And that helps you sort of focus through any discomfort or dread you might have. The occasional bug that tries to land on your horn is annoying, but you can deal with it. I would like you to roll me a d12, please.
Oh, God. /RD1 D12.
12.
Oh, fuck.
Why are you saying fuck? You don't know if that's good or bad.
No, I know, but I'm like, God, hi. It could be bad. It could be so bad right now.
Well, fortune smiles upon you. Your watch is undisturbed. Who would like to take next?
I'll take next.
All right. Give me that perception check then, Tuki. Nine. not great. You are kind of having to deal with the same thing that Minnove was dealing with, that sort of underlying tension of dread of being off the beaten path. You've done a lot of walking and wandering, but you usually had a road to follow. Now you're deep in the wilds, surrounded by complete wilderness for miles in all directions. It is a new experience for you, and it's distracting in a handful of ways because of how your yearning is responding to it. On the one hand, you feel almost like the weight of it on your shoulders and collecting in the soles of your feet has lessened somewhat because you have so many directions to go. But at the same time, it feels more constrictive because of how dense this forest is. The wilds back home on the isle that you called home long before you set off, it could get dense, but not quite like this. Not with such tall trees and with so far to go in any given direction before you could get back to civilization. You are in the thick of it. And you feel both eager to meander and claustrophobic at the same time. Almost like the trees are sort of looming down and over and around you. And I need you to roll a d12. 12. All right. But despite your lack of attentiveness as you just find yourself walking in circles around the campfire, pacing restlessly, your lack of attentiveness does not bear rueful fruit this night, as your watch is otherwise uneventful. One more watch. Who wants it?
I'd say Ludviek will take the last one.
Oh,
All right.
Unless someone else.
I mean, I already volunteered.
We didn't hear you.
Hear that.
Hear it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
All right.
no,
Your
go
mic
ahead.
didn't
No.
quite pick it up. All right.
Then we'll
Uh,
let Kari take the book.
All right. Perception check then, Kari. 20. You don't have to worry about the same thing Tuki had quite so much. Though your yearning is a thing that bothers you, it's more manageable for you. Not nearly so severe, and you've been on the road long enough and been off the beaten path at least a couple of times. Maybe not quite this far, but you know a thing or two about being outside of the scope of civilization. Rough and gross as it might be to your sensibilities, but you are aware of the hazards that surround you, and you manage to stay focused despite any discomforts that hang over your heads, and those discomforts are minor anyway. What do you have to worry about? You're Kari. You're important. Too important for this shit to be worth a damn at any rate. To be worth worrying
No,
about.
please stop feeding my ego.
So, roll me that d12, please.
Oh,
Okay.
Interesting. Okay. So, if you could do me a favor and, actually, no, you already rolled that perception, so I need to roll something else. Alright, so, as you are taking your watch, and the last sort of as the first hints of sunrise start to sort of paint the horizon beyond the canopy, the first shades of lavender and pink, your ears catch something distinct. A snapping twig somewhere in the forestation around you. The feathers on the back of your neck suddenly sort of stand up a bit. Do you know that feeling? You are being watched. Though by who or what, you don't know.
Hmm. Interesting. I need to look at one thing. Hmm. Oh. Oh, I skipped past it. Oh, I have this picture. You know, I think. So is this like right in the camp, or
It's a ways away
is he
from
like
the
away a
camp.
little bit?
Like whatever is watching you isn't like right on the.
No.
it's-
I mean Kari.
I would imagine Kari is like you're within the firelight, so like you're within 30 feet of the fire easily.
Well, I think he's going to stand up and rest a hand on the hilt of his sword, not like reaching down like he's gonna draw it, but a hand on it.
Right.
Trying to look a little casual. Like he didn't just hear that on the off chance it's someone.
All right.
I guess trying to play it cool a little bit and figure it out.
Okay. I guess make a deception check.
Okay.
You know a thing or two about acting. It's easy enough to feign ignorance. You kind of wish you kind of hope that. You kind of wish, some small part of you kind of wishes that whoever your audience is was aware that this was a performance so that they could be enthralled by how good you're doing. It's like, damn, if I were on a stage right now, I'd get an Emmy.
What is an Emmy?
Alas.
You're asleep, Ludviek.
And he's just catching something in his dreams.
So are you
Prophetic
doing anything
dreams,
else,
I'll be with
Kari,
him.
or are you just...
I guess I'd want to see if I can what would you want me to roll for like a more this is not like a keeping an eye out thing, but this is like I'm actively looking for something.
It would still be a perception check, but I will point out, while there is the first hints of color in the sky as the sun is starting to approach to rising, it's still otherwise basically pitch black beyond the light of your fire. You are deeper in the forest now, so there is a lot of foliage, shrubbery. The terrain isn't necessarily super even, and you do not have dark vision. So beyond the light of your campfire, you are effectively blind. So, with all that in mind, there's basically no perception check you can roll at present that would let you get eyes on whatever it is you heard. That said,
All right,
you
well,
do have other senses upon which you can rely if you wish to try and use those, but...
Have we already asked if Kraven can smell?
Kraven can smell, but their sense of smell is a lot worse than that of a human's.
Gotcha.
It's like a human might be absolutely revolted by a skunk, for example, but a Kraven will just be like, oh, that's slightly grody. It's fine.
Well, then, I think what just he would do now is sort of casually face in the direction of the sound.
All right.
And wait.
All right. So you just sort of slowly turn, cast your eyes in that direction, sort of focusing your ears as well as you can for any further signs of whatever it is that's watching you. 30 seconds pass. A minute. 2. Gradually, the feathers on the back of your neck start to lower down. And you get the impression from that high perception you rolled earlier, that 20, you get the impression that whoever was watching you, whoever slipped up and declared their presence with that snapping twig, has withdrawn. They're not watching you anymore. But they saw you, your group presumably, and you did not see them. It could have been an animal, could have been an adherent, could have been a kobold for all you know. But there was something nearby. It laid eyes on you, watched you, and is now gone.
Right, he just makes a note of the direction that it came from, and once his general senses have let him know that there's no longer eyes on him, he's just going to sit back down.
All right. So, feeling just a little bit less safe than you did a minute ago, but not as in danger as when you knew you were being seen, you settle down to wait out the rest of your mercifully uneventful watch. And as the sun rises on a new day, I think that's where we'll call it for the night.
Huzzah!
Oh no, I wanted to find out who was watching us.
Well, we've only got 16 minutes left, and that's not enough time to really do that, right, so...
All right.
Yeah. So, thank you all, ladies and gentlemen, so much for joining us for this session of Ringlight Fables. I need to slide all the blocks into place. We'll see you next time. Until then, take care of yourselves, keep listening, and do not be a dick. Bye-bye!
You can't tell me what to do.
I can, actually, but you also have the power to say no.